days, we're in and we're up and running. And of course, it's this week's Extreme Business Mindset series with Mr. Tony Ware from Ireland, although originally UK and all the other stuff that goes with it. But I tell you, late in the year, I'm going to grab this man and I'm going to do a 6-episode deep dive live series with him. Although I haven't asked him, I just put it out there. And, but I'm going to, because you know what? People need to hear his story. It's amazing. It's full on, but that's when Lee is ready. But I've already put it out there. After this, he may go off air and say, Paul Rees, you had no business doing that, but I've done it. I'm in. The most you can do is give me a remote punch straight in the face from Ireland.
Or a two-letter word, but it's going to be a three-letter word. It's a three-letter word, yes.
But here's this week's deep dive. Here we are. I have it. And you know what? This, I feel, is a merge of people's and lack of understanding in what really is a difference. And here we are. Self-employed, sole trader, business owner. People just kind of put them into one bag of existence when they are three very different scenarios in how you earn money or the concept of money, purpose of money, self-employed, sole trader, business owner. Now, the one in the middle, sole trader, we could say has a kind of blend. And I'm going to bring that in here because I want to put on his, do you know what? Let's iron this out. Without any frills, let's iron out the difference between self-employed, sole trader, business owner. Let's go for it, Lee, because do you know what? I am tired of battling with people who say, I'm self-employed business owner. No! What's your thoughts?
It's a good question because I think in anything, and bear in mind, it's not to distinguish the three. I suppose it's to distinguish the level of success that can be had from each one.
Now then, I could almost give you a remote tag for that start.
Because I've tried this one so many times, so I know this space, and I've literally walked myself into very hefty debates. Because it sounds like you're attacking and you're not. When somebody tells you their goals, their outcomes, so for example, I don't know, you've got somebody with a dream, which we've all started with a dream, but a dream without action is just a dream. Some would say a dream without goals is just a dream. No, but dream without the right action. So you can do all loads of actions. I've been working all day for my dream. Have you done the right actions? So you hear their dream, you hear their concept of themselves in the future and the success that they want. And I'm going to build my business to $1 million a year. And you realise that they are the product, they are the service, they are the skill. Nothing wrong with that. But when they are the product, they are the service, they are the skill, you know they've only got so many hours in the day. Now, $1 million a year is 20,000 a week. So what? And so 20,000 a week, you know that, let's say on average, they're going to work that 40 hours. That would be the JOB time. Normally, somebody who's self-employed will do 60 plus hours, but let's do it on the 40 hours. So to get 20,000 a week and they're doing 40 hours a week, you just got to take 20,000 divided by 40, and you know their hourly rate. Then all you got to say is how much do you pull out at? And they go 100 quid an hour. You know, 100 quid times 40 is 4,000. It ain't no 20,000. So they're 16 grand short. And if you say that to them, I know what you're saying, but I'm going to get some VAs in and I'm going to get some admin stuff in. All right, so you can earn the 4,000 and then pay out wages, but are the admin staff going to help you earn the 20,000? They are. How? Well, I won't have to do all those mundane tasks. How many hours of the week are you doing mundane tasks? You're working 40 hours and you're getting paid 100 quid an hour, so that's 4,000. And now you're going to bring a VA on people like that. And, well, I need those to build my business. But they're not. They take a lot of stress off you. They take a lot of the day-to-day stuff, so you can focus on where your skill is or where your service is you're offering, and you can do more work. Which if you're not taking other people's skills and converting those into cash.
Yeah.
So what?
Could we
Anyone
say,
go on.
could we say that if I look back, so my father was a self-employed builder.
Yeah.
And if I go back, I don't know, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, well, I'm 55, so go back 40 years ago, the self-employed person was seen as a business person.
Yeah.
When in effect, you see, from spending my time with you, I've got a clear understanding of self-employed. You separate.
It says what it does on the tin.
Yeah.
It's I've created my own job.
There.
And it's because it's self-employed. I work for myself. The language is very descriptive. Emotionally, I might like the language. I might go, well, no, I have my own business. I have somebody that sends out invoices and somebody that sends out this. I have an engineer that goes out and values it. Who does the work? I do. But then you've created yourself a job as well as the money to pay the engineer and the admin.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Yeah, a business is and even when they do that, even when they, this is the biggest mistake a self-employed person can make, I think. And I mean, this is, if people hear it, it's actually can double or triple your income with the same amount of time. You might have to put a bit of transition on it, 3 months, 6 months. Is what a lot of people do is they're in a JOB and they don't like being told what to do. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. That's me down to a T. Yeah. So you think, right, I can't do this. I can't be told what to do. I'm going to go out and become a builder. I'm going to get my own working. I'm a good builder. Yeah. I'm a good general tradesman. I can do a bit of this. I'm a high-end handyman, let's say. Yeah. And like, I'll get John to come with me. He's good at that. And like, so I'll go out and I'll get some work, or even worse, I start talking to my boss's clients to try and rob some of his clients. Because I think in the wholesome way, I can serve his clients better than he can.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't learn any of the sales and marketing. I just become a thief. And I go and rob, some of the clients because I built a relationship up with them over the years. My boss hasn't. My boss hasn't got the time for them. I care about my boss's clients, and they can see that. But what they don't realise is that the boss hasn't got time to care about the clients. That's what he pays you for. Because he's a boss, he's in a business. He hasn't created. He's not self-employed. Yeah. He's actually got people on that have got good skills, good communication. For customer service, good quality of service. They're proud about their work for longevity, lifetime value of the client. But then I don't like what I'm doing. Yeah, I like what I'm doing. I just don't like who I'm doing it for, and I have to do it their way. Yeah, because Paul's got the job in, and Paul spoke to the client, find out the client's needs, and then put a worksheet together, and then said, right, Lee, you got to go out this job. Now, we need you to start on the left-hand side of the property first. Mm-hmm. I've spoken to the business owner or the owner, and they want the front done first on the left-hand side, and then the right. Yeah, I don't think that's the right way to go about it, Paul. Yeah, I know that. But that's what the client wants. Yeah, okay. And then I go out and I start on the right-hand side. And the client goes to me, why have you started on the right-hand side? Yeah, well, it's the best course for the job. Yeah, well, I spoke to Paul, and Paul said, so if I go off and, I'm fed up being told what to do by Paul and those clients that don't know what they're doing, why can't I have clients like John? John's absolutely brilliant. I mean, I go in and John lets me do what I do. Yeah, and he doesn't worry about the cost. I mean, we can use the best of materials, whatever. Yeah, Paul dealt with John as well. Somehow, all the jobs that come to me through my job, Paul gets them first. Yeah, but I can talk to him better than Paul. I know what I'm doing. Paul just, goes out and gets jobs. Hasn't got a concept of what I'm doing. And it's a form of denial, deflection. And you can see it. I mean, if you look back in your life, if you've got an avoidance thing, bear in mind, you can't be told what to do. Yeah, I'm like that. I'm not like it now. Yeah, I'm a good follower and I'm a good leader. When I was younger, I didn't like being told what to do. Mm-hmm. I think most people go through it. Some people are at 50 and they're still acting 15. And they've got to realise, well, that's me. No, that isn't you. That's you pushing back against the world. Mm-hmm. You want everybody else to do as they're told by you, but you can't do as you're told. Yeah, you've got to hear that one because that's that. Right, but how you double your money, let me just finish how you double your money. It's when they left the JOB, I'm getting 50 quid an hour, let's say. And then I go out and I get nick some of my boss's clients, or I'm lucky enough to work for friends and family. Now, if you've got Paul to do the come and price it, could cost you 50 grand. I'll do it for 30. That's 20 grand less. I don't know why they charge 50 grand. I mean, it's extortionate what they charge. And I go out and I'm charging the 30 grand when I should be charging the 50. When I charge the 30 grand when I should be charging the 50, all I'm doing is taking a salary. Yeah. At the end of the year, when I've had my salary each week, I might have had to wait for the odd week, but I've had my salary and I've earned more working for myself than I ever did working for Paul.
Yeah.
However, I've made no profit.
There.
Salary is not profit. Salary is a byproduct of doing business. At the end of it, that 20 grand that we ain't charged is our profit, our admin, and our advertising and our marketing and our development money and our budget for so we've got assets in the kitty for if somebody doesn't pay us, or if by chance something goes wrong, or if by chance I'm ill for a week or two. Bear in mind, am I paying myself holiday pay? Mm-hmm. Am I paying myself for bank holiday Mondays? If I have to pay my staff that, worst of all, if I go to a transition where now, or I've got to a level of success where I can take on an employee, if I ain't got the leadership or delegation skills, and be able to communicate with that person, if I haven't developed myself, that's one. But two, I go, right, I've got to a level of my business now, I'm going to employ John to fill my shoes. And I go, John, how much do you want? Well, 50 quid an hour. Standard going, right? Okay, mate, I'm happy to pay you 50 quid an hour. I'm still charging 30 grand for 50 grand worth of work. At the end of the year, I ain't had no salary because I've had to pay John.
Yeah.
Because all I've done is got John to go and do the work I'm doing. So all I am is the product.
Yeah.
And all the time I'm the product. But the worst case scenario, and this is the piece, this is the magic bit. When I worked for Paul, Paul billed me out 150 quid an hour.
Yeah.
But I'm billing myself out as 50 because the reason Bill will have to bill me out 150 quid an hour, because part of my 150 quid went to pay some of the admin, the insurance, went to pay the vehicle maintenance, went to pay the tools maintenance and the tools we had to buy. Also went to pay all the administration costs and lease holiday pay and everything, and also had about 33% of profit. So in the building world, you should price like this: a third for labour, a third for materials, and a third for profit. The only time those thirds change is if you're down to a very high level of skill and a very high quality of material. So if you went into and you were doing a job for a Marnie or a big hotel, it's still roughly the same. So if your materials cost 3 million quid, they don't want a jack of all trades putting down like gold inlaid, whatever. Yeah, the skill level has to match, and they pay.
Let me go the other end of the scale here, because that's that end. I want to go to this end, and this is quite a pointy end. And I'm going to say this and stick my neck out. The majority of people that I've met over the 10 years, 20 years of me doing what I do for a living, I find a big chunk of them are business people actually fulfilling self-employed roles. And what I mean by that is they are business people that are limited companies that are living on less than minimum wage. And they actually don't get the limited companies designed to make a profit. And if you're not running your business with a profit mindset, you just as well be self-employed. And so many business owners, Lee, actually don't know how to make a profit because they haven't got that mindset in their limited business.
Yeah, well, this comes back to, I suppose, the business plan. If you're in it to win it on your own, as in on your own, it's just you've got your little van or whatever it is, you've got your computer, whatever role you fill, and you go into a company and you bill out, whether you bill out 50 quid an hour, 25 quid an hour, 5,000 quid an hour, you are the product. That's it. So as soon as you can't work, there ain't no business. So there's not a business, it's a JOB. It doesn't matter how much money you earn. The amount of money you earn does not determine whether you're in a self-employed role or a business role. A business role is like, even while I'm here, I'm earning money from my other businesses and I don't have to be there.
Yeah.
The odd time in some of the businesses I built, I get asked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the point I'm trying to make is, so if I take the adventure part, we don't do that anymore. We've done it for 30 years. Is that business we built up from doing very small groups to doing literally hundreds at the same time. But every person that come on site, depending on the activity, if I averaged it out, every person that come on site would be worth about 50 quid to us. My margins to run that were very minimal because the business was a very lean, machine. There was no expenditure in the business that didn't need to be.
Yeah.
The investment back into the business, I never minded it putting in an investment back into the business. Why? Because I was either going to pay in tax or I was going to grow the business.
Mm-hmm.
I never worried about training. Why? Because I was either going to pay in tax or have a better trained crew. So the business in my world was, how did I enable other people, upskill them, develop their level of quality and service to a marketplace that other people wanted it and were happy to pay it. Yeah, and this would be a good example. One of our companies does a lot of team building for hotels. So there's a company about 35 miles from us that started probably about 10 years after us. Mm-hmm. And they've got a good setup, good company, not going to mention their name. And they've got like accommodation with it as well. And they've got a top quality chef. They've got a spa. They've got all the stuff that goes with it, really top end. And I've got a top end 5-star hotel in a city, probably about a couple of hours from us, was coming to us. They were pricing around for team building. Mm-hmm. And I priced them, and he came back to me. This is the owner, yeah. And there's a big difference as well when you're dealing with corporate, deal with owner. This is a second generation owner of a hotel. Okay. They were looking to transition, pivot in the market, and they came to me. And he said the company they were going to, he got me and this other company on the table. Yeah, the other company's charging 100 quid per head. Yeah, 100 quid per head, and they're getting team building, they're getting food, accommodation, spa. Yeah, and they're getting. I forget which night. I think it was. Two nights. I can't remember now. How long did we have them for? We had them for a day, I think. Yes, a day. So, but they had to travel, see. But very few companies that would do what we do. So, and I think it was 100 quid a head for food, hotel, and everything. And that was food cooked by a good chef, spa, accommodation, and team building. Me, I was 165 quid a head. No food, no spa. No accommodation, no nothing. And he said, how come? He said, they're 100 quid. He said, and you're 165. I said, well, look at it this way. I said, you're in the hotel industry. I said, what do you think spa costs? What do you think the food, better mind, to supply the food to you, cook it with a good quality chef. He said, he's a good quality chef. I said, I know, that's my point. I said, they're giving you accommodation. So if I stayed in your hotel for the night, it'd be 135 quid a room. I said, if I had breakfast me on top of that, he said, yeah. So they're giving you a room and board, dinner, lunch, and breakfast, and team building. I said, what do you think in that margin? What do you think the team building is? I said, they ain't doing team building. They're doing activities, canoeing, raft building, and they think it's team building. So they've got a concept of how your business runs and what they're looking to achieve. I said, John, and that was his name. I said, you can have spa, free meals, and accommodation, and team building. I said, you can have team building for somebody who knows what they're doing. I said, that's the reason we're having it. I said, it's 165 quid a head. I said, that's mates rates. Yeah. So they've already given you a discount. And I said, on top of that, John, you're a hotel. I said, I know you like to pay 90 days after you've had it. I said, with me, I said, you pay 90 days before you get it because I want the commitment. I said, damn, I said, they'll do it for you. I said, they'll bill you 90 days out. I said, me, I want paying beforehand. He said, that's unheard of in the hotel industry. I said, I know. I said, but if you want to make a pivot or a change, it's about time you change. I said, I want paid up front. I said, but I will deliver. I said, I know you're going to get there. You're going to get good food cooked by a good chef. You're going to get good accommodation, but you won't get the result you want.
There it is.
Yeah.
Mr. Lead Anywhere, we've hit our timer. It's been brilliant. I've really enjoyed this again. The difference between self-employed, sole trader, business owner. And do subscribe, like, comment on the videos. We're always here for you for sure. We're back next week with a massive extreme business mindset deep dive with a Mr. Lee Tannyware. Happy days, very beautiful person. We do love him to bits. I will catch you this time next week. Lee, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.